Okay, Ryan, thanks. New tonight, her case captivated the whole country, and now the man who prosecuted Jodi Arias is involved in a hearing of his own. Shocking allegations that Juan Martinez engaged in serious ethical misconduct during the Arias murder trial. Team 12's Tricia Hendricks has details on the latest allegations and what could happen next to the star prosecutor.
The State Bar of Arizona has received the go-ahead from the state Supreme Court's Attorney Discipline Committee to initiate formal proceedings against Maricopa County Deputy Prosecutor Juan Martinez. The order of probable cause based on some of the allegations raised in the initial bar charge submitted by Jodi Arias.
He'd had improper relationships with various women associated with the trial, including 2 women who were blogging about the trial.
Attorney Karen Clark, an expert on legal ethics, filed the initial charge against Martinez with the state bar. Clark's client is Jodi Arias, now serving a life sentence for murder.
He in fact leaked confidential information to these bloggers and also leaked information that had been sealed by court order.
Among the allegations that Martinez leaked the name of the so-called Juror 17, the juror who spared Arias' life by refusing to vote for the death penalty. Martinez was allegedly seeking dirt on that juror to have her removed from the jury panel.
He had inappropriate contacts with a dismissed juror. They engaged in sexting. He used her to try and gain information and insight into the jury as it was still deliberating the case.
Back in January, the state bar declined to pursue those same allegations against Martinez. Now it's acting on them and adding a new, more serious allegation that Martinez made false statements during the bar's investigation.
A criminal prosecutor has among the highest ethical duties that there are. His duty or her duty is not to win, it is to seek justice. Mr. Martinez's conduct fell well below that standard.
The state bar could file a formal complaint against Martinez within the next 2 months. Tricia Hendricks, 12 News.
And the complaint could lead to a hearing and possible discipline. Now, 12 News did reach out to Juan Martinez's office for